All right. All right. As we look at area of parallelogram, all right. Area of a parallelogram, how you find it is you take area is equal to the base times the height. Okay, base times height. And how they show that formula is it just be A equal B times H. Okay. Now, a parallelogram, okay, a parallelogram has four sides. All of the sides do not have to be congruent. Okay, just because you have one side that's 4 yards doesn't mean the rest of the sides are 4 yards. It could be, okay, it could be because of all the different things we've talked about. All right, now, for our purposes today, the height is going to be the perpendicular distance between two of the bases. One of the bases is the length that you should have used for the base. Okay, in other words, I don't want to use this I'm going to say that's my height if I use this as my base. I can't do that. Okay, I can only use the 4 yards of my height if this is my base. See, there's your perpendicular right there. That's your perpendicular line right there. That's how it's formed. Okay, so the height is always the perpendicular distance here and here. Okay, the height is always the perpendicular distance between the base that you use in your measurement and the other base. Okay, perpendicular, remember, the word perpendicular means intersecting lines that form a 90-degree angle. Okay, so in number 3, what would be the height? On the screen, number 3, what would be the height? Tayshawn? 3 what? 3 inches. Okay, so this is the height of the second figure. So what is the height of number 4? 4 meters. Okay, so that's the height of the third one. Huh? How is it 4 meters? Because this line right here is 4 meters long, and it is the line that runs between the two bases and forms a 90-degree angle. Because what they're going to give you here in a few minutes, we're going to look at some, and they're going to give you, well, we'll just cover that here in a second. Let's cover this part for right now. All right, so to figure the area for each of these problems, area here would be equal to 4 times 4. Area here would be equal to 3 times 6. Area here would be equal to 4 times 5. Okay, then you finish it out. So area is equal to 16 yards squared. Area is equal to 18 inches squared. Area is equal to 20 meters squared. If you don't have the square, inches squared, yards squared, feet squared, it will be wrong. Did you get all that? Okay, so that's how we figure the area of a parallelogram. All right, I'm going to put another picture up there. All right, this one here is a little bit different because in this problem, they ask us to not only do the area, but also the perimeter. Okay, they want the area and the perimeter. Well, the perimeter of a parallelogram, perimeter is equal to the sum of all the sides. Okay, sum means what? To add. So sum means to add the length of all the sides. Okay, so if we look at number 7 then, number 7 gives us a parallelogram, and the sides are 9, 7, 9, and 7. So to figure the perimeter, it would be equal to 9 millimeters plus 7 millimeters plus 9 millimeters plus 7 millimeters. And that would give me the perimeter is equal to what? Jesse? 32? Yes, it is. Perimeter is 32 millimeters. You do not put square because you're not multiplying. You're adding. I'm fixing to get to that. So that is perimeter. Now if we look at area, once again, area is equal to base times height. So area is equal to, there's your height right there. So the base then has to be this. This is where it becomes important. This is where it becomes important. Here is the right angle. So that is the height. The height is the distance between the two bases, of which you use one for the length. Okay? This doesn't go, okay, if we turned it over and said going like this right here, okay, it doesn't do that. Okay? So, that means that I've got to take area is equal to the base, 9 millimeters, times the height of 5 millimeters. All right, so we have 9 millimeters times 5 millimeters. Okay, so we multiply 9 times 5, which is 45 millimeters squared. Okay, and so your two answers is perimeter is equal to 32 millimeters, area is equal to 45 millimeters squared. Okay, so I want you to do number 8 on your own. Do number 8 on your own. Do the perimeter and the area. All right. Keep working if you haven't got it yet. So the perimeter is equal to 13 centimeters plus 12.3 centimeters plus 13 centimeters plus 12.3 centimeters. Okay? When you add that up, Jesse, what do you get? Yes, 50.6 centimeters. Okay? The area is equal to base times height. Okay? The base is the 13 centimeters. The height is the 10 centimeters. So, Tayshawn, what do you get when you multiply the 13 times the 10? 130 what? Centimeters. There you go. So there's your two answers. No. Now, if you look at number 9, okay, let's remind ourselves of a couple of things. First of all, you have some fractions for your lengths. Okay, but the adding part's not hard. Okay, because if I add up all the sides, what's 6.5 plus 6.5? 13. Then you just take 13 plus 3, 16 plus 3, 19. Okay, so that one's easy. The area is the height of 2 3/10 inches times the base of 6.5 inches. Remember, when we're multiplying fractions, you do not have to have common denominators, but when you're multiplying mixed numbers, you must change those mixed numbers to improper fractions before you multiply. Okay? So you're going to have to change 6.5 to an improper fraction. You're going to have to take 2 3/10 and change it to an improper fraction before you multiply them. I am not going to do that for you. Okay? You're going to have to do that one on your own. Now, let's look at a final stance. All right. Now, you have A equal 48 centimeters squared, B equal 12 centimeters, and the height equal blank. Okay, so what they want us to do then is they want us to take area is equal to base times height, and they want you to solve for the missing part. Well, the area is already right here, so that would be 48 centimeters squared equals the base, which is right there, which would be 12 centimeters times h. We don't know h, but you solve that equation just like we've been solving equations for the last 3 or 4 chapters. Okay, how do I solve that? Tayshawn? Divide by 48? What's in front of the h? What number?
I said 12 divided by 48. 12 centimeters?
No, you're saying it wrong. I think you know what you're saying, but you're saying it wrong. There you go, yeah. We're dividing by 12 centimeters to both sides. The way you were saying it, I had to take the 48 over to the other side. Okay, so we're dividing by 12 centimeters to each side. On the right side, it cancels. Divide 12 into 48, it goes 4 times. There's 2 centimeters on top, 1 centimeter on bottom, so one of those centimeters cancel out. Leave me at the height is equal to 4 centimeters. Okay? No. And here's why. On the right side, you basically have this. That's what you have. Okay? And so that centimeter and that centimeter cancel each other out, leaving you with only 1 centimeter label left. Okay? All right. Your homework. You got about 15 minutes left in class. We're going to do 11.4, 2 through 13. So 12 problems. But you do have 2 answers on 3 of the problems. Okay? So go ahead and get working on that. You're not working in groups. You're working by yourself. Not yet. I'll tell you. I'm going to get all this done first.